Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel. Didier MOULIN from France, photographer of course. And today I want to speak to you about something that is leaving my home tomorrow. A great lens that I have been using for, let's say, 1 year and something. So it's the LEICA SUMMILUX SL 1.4. That means that it's the spherical version, of course, there is not any other. And it was the first prime lens from Leica when they launched the SL, first release of the Leica SL, the 601. And by that time they had the 24-90, the zoom lens that was really good. It's still very good today, and it's really interesting because it has an image stabilization inside the 24-90, and it's very powerful to be used on a Leica SL that doesn't have any IBIS inside. So the SL plus 24-90 is very powerful solution. But today I want to speak about the 50 Summilux that will leave tomorrow. I sold it today. Well, I made an exchange with another Leica lens, the really smaller one, the Leica M Summilux aspherical, which is really smaller, plus some money for me. So, well, I took the decision, still in the same strategy of downsizing my gear arsenal and retrieving some money, selling my biggest gear. So I thought that it deserved a short video just to talk a little bit about this lens, but mainly to show you pictures that I did with this. And I will take an example of a shooting that I made with Tana Julie that you already saw with my 90mm last year. So this 50mm it's not the Apo version, it's the aspherical. But even though it's not apochromatic, you get inside all the knowledge and experience of Leica for decades. Plus you have the autofocus, of course, and it's not stabilized, so you need the IBIS of your camera if you want to have a really slow shutter speed. But what you get is impressive image quality from this lens. Really wide open. You don't need to close it. You don't have any spherical chromatic aberration, sorry. And you don't have any, you know, these purple fringes that you have, the green at the back and the magenta in the front of the focus plane. Kind of things that you have with the 58mm from Nikon, for instance, this 1.4, 58mm, or the 85mm 1.4. As soon as you take pictures wide open, you have these purple fringes that are awful and that makes a difference. So does this lens deserve its price? Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so impressive, the quality that you get out of it. You take the picture and you don't need to be afraid of any purple fringes and chromatic aberration. It's really nice. Moreover, it's really sharp at the point of focus, even at 1.4. If you don't miss your focus, that can occur with the SL2 or the Lumix S1R. You might lose your focus sometimes if you are looking to get the eye in focus. Mostly the SL2, because the SL2 doesn't have the eye recognition. And the contrary of the S1R Lumix, that also has the eye recognition more than just the face recognition. So it's very sharp and very smooth in the same time. I mean that the things that are in focus are incredibly well defined. And then the transition with the autofocus area has this smoothness that you don't see often. I think you get the same effect with the Nikon 200mm f2. Also, this 58 1.4, you have something about the same feeling as you get with this Summilux. You know, this transition that makes everything that is out of focus disappear, and without any distracting, because you have some lenses that gives you some distraction in the back area. If you have some leaves of trees and so on, you can see some strange things appearing here. This Summilux is giving its unique out of focus area. There is a swirling, I don't know how to say that exactly. You have this kind of strange effect that is not distracting, but it's unique to its to this Leica Summilux. The lights at the background are not rendered circular. You have a round in the center of the frame, and the more you get on the side of the frame, you have some cat eyes. But it's strange for a Leica lens, but it's the case here. You don't have round balls everywhere, and these cat eyes are just giving this swirling movement because they are oriented like this. So it can give something very unique to this lens that you don't find, or I didn't find in any other, for the moment at least. And so, well, I wanted just to make this this talk about this lens for you, to share my experience with it, because we don't see often a lot of videos on YouTube or elsewhere talking about the 50mm. It's like if it's not really appreciated, because yes, it's heavy, it's bulky, it's very big. Moreover, when you add the hood, you get a very big set here, and you put it on your camera, and you are all but discreet. I mean, it's obvious that you are taking a picture when you grab this and you hold it in front of you. You cannot be discreet for street photography. Well, it can be a little bit tricky. The point is that it's the same size as the Lumix S Pro 50mm 1.4, so they share the same size, I think, because I had the Lumix at the beginning, which I sold quite fast. So yeah, this lens is gorgeous lens. Will I regret to sell it? I don't think so, because I make an exchange with the same Leica, but in the M mount. So it will, I still will have the same, I think, quality in this focus and the out of focus area and so on. The M lens has something particular, that is, it is designed as an APO lens, even if it's not written in it. So maybe it will have even better result in terms of chromatic aberrations and purple fringes. This one doesn't have chromatic aberration, but you have very slight and not significant green and magenta. If you look very, very precisely, you can find some. But compared to the 58mm that I show you, this one is plenty of green and magenta. I mean, you shoot something, you should take a picture of written letters here, and you will see that those that are at the back of the focus are green, and those that are in front are really magenta at wide open at 1.4. So the 58 needs really a good practice to know how to use it, and in what are the situations you can use it and so on. The 50 from Leica is really more versatile, because you don't have to ask yourself, will I get those purple fringing or green or magenta colors? No, you don't get anything of this kind with the lens. So I can only recommend you to test it if you can find one on the second-hand market, because I got it on the used market also myself. I don't buy lenses new. And I think if you can put your hand on on this one day, just play with it for an afternoon, and just maybe don't buy it, but rent it for a day, and appreciate all that you can get out of it. It's really fun. So just look at the pictures and tell me what you think at the end, if you want. Be free to comment those pictures, and if you have the experience of this 50mm from Leica, don't hesitate to comment and to discuss with me. Well, just look at the pictures and tell me. So we are back. You have seen many pictures, and I hope you have liked them. And don't hesitate to tell me what you think of these pictures. But I think the main thing I could have said at each picture is look at how sharp it is, look at this transition, look at the background, look at this blur effect that makes the background really disappear or not distracting, and so on. I think I could make this comment for each picture. So good thing also, it's very good at close focus as not infinite, I don't know, but it's a few meters for a portrait and so on. This lens did a great job in any conditions. So thank you for watching. Say goodbye to the lens. I will rebox the lens in its box. You know, you have this gray overbox plus plus the black box from Leica, and in this I will put the lens and say goodbye to this Leica gear again. And really happy to have been able to afford this lens last year, but today it has to leave, and that's the life. But don't worry, I'm still feeling very good, and just happy to have been able to use it. Thank you, thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to subscribe if you are interested in coming videos, maybe talking about also Leica gears. I have the 16-35 that will leave also, and I will make a video on it. I have the 90 Summicron, Apo Summicron, that will leave one day, and I will make another video perhaps on it. And I have new coming stuff some Nikon guys may have recognized something here, and I'll let you guess and see the coming videos. Goodbye, thanks for watching.